y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm Susan, your hostess. We are on phase 2 of our strawberry vinegar. I'm fixing to uncap them. I've been stirring them for about a week. We're going to strain off all our liquid, strain off all the fruit that's in the liquid, get the liquid separated, put it back in the jar. Now you can use a clean jar or you can use the one that you already had, but we're going to reuse our jars. There's no sense of having to pull out a new one. Unless you just want a clean jar, or you could wash the jar in between and then put it back in there. You want to make sure that you don't have any scum on top of your vinegar. And I do have a little bit of scum on top of my vinegar, so I'm just going to scoop that out. It happens towards the end of the week. You know, it's been in here for a week, and so I've got just a little bit of scum. You can see it sticking to the spoon a little bit. And it's probably because I put my lid on there too tight. But you can still smell the strawberry in there. It smells very fresh. It's not going to hurt your sink for it to go down your sink. Or your septic if you have septic like we do. Because it's got an active bacteria in it now. Let me just rinse the spoon off real quick. And I like to test at this stage. I'm going to bring you down and show you what I'm going to do. I've got my bowl and everything ready. You want to use cheesecloth, or you can do like I am doing, and I've got some old t-shirts that are clean that I have cut up into rags. And so we're going to use those to top our jars off with. And that's basically all it is to top the jars off with it. So for the next 2 to 3 weeks, that vinegar is getting fresh air in there, and all you're going to do is swirl your liquid daily. So I like to test my vinegar to make sure that it is ready to be used. And I bought these little packs off of Amazon. They're Pelica, pH 1 to 14, and it's got the strip inside that you can tell the colors. And then I also have what I call the pea sticks, so we can double test these. So I'm just going to place 2 of these on the plate. And we're going to test our liquid out of each jar. So you just need a little bit of your vinegar. Or I should say hooch at this point, because that's really what it is. And out of the other jar. So our color is about a 4 on here. There's the 4. So it's not a 3 anymore, it's about a 4. And we're going to try it with the other pea sticks. Now these are Med Lab. I'm just going to pull out 2 sticks. And it's got 2 little dots on the end of the sticks. And we're just going to check the pH again for each vinegar or hooch. Can y'all see? That's about a 4.5 with this strip. That's why I like having both strips, because this one is kind of accurate, but this one is more accurate. So we know it's about a 4.5 already, which is a good stage for a vinegar to be at, a home vinegar. It's not going to get up to 5, more than likely. So we're going to get rid of that. And I'm going to start with 1 jar. And I've got the weights in here, so they're going to come out. I'm going to remove my weights. I need a bowl to put this in because I can throw this into my compost pile. Let me see what I've got available. I have a little plastic tub. I can take this out and put that in there. And I'm going to go ahead and, because I've got a lot of liquid in here, I'm going to go ahead and put it back in my jar. But isn't that a beautiful vinegar, or hooch at this point? It's somewhere between a vinegar and a hooch. Okay, we're going to get this other one strained. Rinse my hands off a little bit. And there is the second vinegar. Move these up so that you can see this. No longer need the bowl, but I do need to wipe this off my counter because I have a granite counter and I do not want vinegar on my counter. So we got that taken care of. We have apple cider vinegar from 2021, y'all, and it has a beautiful mother in there. So we're going to get one of these out. I'm going to try to do this as carefully as I possibly can. Try not to break that mother up too much. Well, she's slippery. That is a good, healthy mother. We're going to drop that one in the first jar. Let's see if I can get another one out. And get that one in the second jar. And then I'm going to go in here and just take a little bit of that apple cider vinegar and add it to each jar. You don't have to add a lot, but that's going to help activate those probiotics that we want. Look, I had one sticking to the top. It's been in there so long. Let me get my rag over here again because I don't want to splash anything on my counters. We don't need that anymore. I am going to go ahead and just kind of wipe around the rim with my rag. I'm going to get a towel and wipe that off. I don't need my canning rings anymore. I'm going to grab some, actually going to grab some clean ones for this. You're just going to place your cloth over the top. And let me grab my canning bands. I don't even have to really screw these down. Just set them on top of your jars just like that. I'm going to turn you around so that you can see what I'm doing now. I've got some 5% vinegar, and I've got a little glass jar. This is what I use to keep the fruit flies and stuff away. And so I'm just going to fill this up. And we're going to add a splash of dish soap. Set it near your jars. That will help keep the fruit flies at bay. And I'm going to go ahead and cover this again because you want to keep it in a dark place. But it's got the nice cheesecloth on top, or the old t-shirt on top, to keep it fresh. And y'all can see the mother. I'll pull it up closer so that you can see the mother in there. So that mother is in both jars, and it will form a bigger mother over the next 2 to 3 weeks. We'll test our vinegar again at that point, and then we'll seal the jars and put them in our pantry. Now, we do not, I do not can these like a normal canning, but this would be part of the march into canning because I am taking care of another product for my shelf. We'll talk about that more on phase 3. Okay, we're out at the compost bin. My husband's been throwing cardboard boxes over in here, and we're just going to dump those in there because that's going to add all kinds of good nutrients to our soil when it's finished, our compost. I wanted to bring it in closer so that you could actually see that mother is in there floating. Now that won't change the taste or the flavor of the strawberry vinegar. All it's doing is adding those probiotics and that good bacteria that's going to turn this into a good vinegar for consumption. So I'm going to get over here, turn you around just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I've been keeping them on my counter in my kitchen, only moving them when I have canning going on. But you're going to keep this between 70 and 80 degrees. It's okay if you go a little cooler. It just takes longer for your vinegar to form. And then I've got my vinegar with a little bit of dish soap sitting here in a container. If they start gathering fruit flies, then I will know about it. Towards the end, I will remove this cover and just let it continue to ferment. But that is phase 2. Thank you, my friends, for watching. I'm truly blessed to be able to take scrap caps of strawberries and turn it into homemade vinegar that I can use for salads and different things. I think it's going to be a delicious addition to our pantry. I hope that you'll give this one a try. Be on the lookout. In 2 to 3 weeks. I will do the final jarring of my vinegar, show you how much the mother has grown. We'll test it again, see what the vinegar is at that point, and we'll get it into our pantry for long-term storage. Be blessed, everybody.